We've got lots coming up in today's show. We're going to start off with your side. Now, this is interesting. This broke just before we came on air. Arsenal have reportedly decided to activate David Raya's £27 million summer release clause and will sign the on-loan goalkeeper, he's on loan at the moment, on a permanent deal from Brentford. We'll take calls in just a moment. Have a listen to this. Former Aston Villa striker Gabriel Bollenhor spoke to talkSPORT and urged Aaron Ramsdale to leave Arsenal after losing his place to David Raya.
If I'm him, I'm leaving 100%. You know, Arteta tried to make out like he's got two number ones and he can make subs to keepers. No. Let's be honest, since he said that, it's been Raya non-stop. Raya's his number one. He's something about Ramsdale he's not sure of. If I'm Ramsdale, you could miss out on the Euros of England if you're not playing for another 6 months. You're 25 years old. Chelsea need a goalkeeper. Sanchez isn't good enough for Chelsea.
Firstly, what do you make? We'll talk about everything you've spoken about. What do you make about the fact that it looks like you're going to buy him now on a permanent deal and he's going to obviously be your number one goalkeeper?
It was one of those where, listen, it was inevitably going to happen, wasn't it? Because Arteta's obviously likes David Raya. They managed to get in. There are reports that he's tried to get in before and it didn't quite. Brentford didn't want to play ball, but now David Raya with his contract situation wanted to come. I'm gutted for Ramsdale. I mean, listen, I've got nothing against David Raya. He's a good goalkeeper. But I'm gutted for Ramsdale, just the way it's unfolded, because, as I said, we've spoke about it so many times, I didn't see we wasn't getting Addison? I wasn't getting Alisson or Edison, that level of goalkeeper.
That is the combined Addison.
Where you go, oh, okay, you hold your hands up. Yeah. I didn't see that, but... Listen, at the end of the day, Ramsdale will land on his feet. He's going to have to play.
But does that not worry about what your manager is doing? Well, okay, so you're going to spend 27 million on David Raya. You paid 30 million.
31 million euro.
Right, okay. I don't know what you deal in euro. You paid 30 million pounds sterling for Ramsdale. It's nearly 60 million pounds on goalkeepers.
But I think at these top clubs...
Hold on, right? You spent 65 million pounds on Kai Havertz. That's not worked.
Not yet.
Right, no,
still
not
early
yet.
Doors.
Yeah. Well, is it? Okay, but so far it's not. It's been awful. I need someone to explain to me what you bought Jesus for. £50 million. He wears a number 9 shirt.
Yeah.
Do you buy him to score goals?
Listen, he's a striker, so he's got to score goals.
Well, he's not scoring. I know he's been injured, but he's not prolific, is he?
Well, no, he's not prolific. But even if you looked at his career, I mean, the most goals he ever scored in a Premier League season for City was 14. And that's the most league goals he's ever scored.
I know, but City wasn't number one. He's number one with you.
No, but it's the same thing. Like, obviously, when we were buying him, you'd have looked at these stats, and the most he's ever got in all competitions is 23. And 14 in the league, and that's before he even got to Manchester City. That's the most he's ever scored. So I think there was one aspect that you thought, right, if we play him down the middle week in, week out, he'll score goals. But also as well, it wasn't all about the be-all and end-all, right? He's got to score 15 to 20 goals. I think it's about his experience that he brings coming from Manchester City, that winning mentality. And things of that nature. But as a striker, if you're a centre-forward, I believe you should score goals. But now, the role of a centre-forward's changed. Now, but people don't put so much emphasis now on the centre-forward, right, getting his...
It has changed, but at the same time, it looks like you will be battling out for other clubs for the signature of Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
And he does score goals.
Yeah.
So you could argue maybe it hasn't changed the job of a centre-forward, and it's to score goals. Jesus isn't doing it.
Yeah, but that's one instant. Like, you've signed a centre-forward, he hasn't scored a goal for you lot.
I know, but we want him to.
Well, that's my point. But look, you want, if goals come from the wide...
No, but my point is your manager's making big signings and they're not working.
Well, they are. Gabriel Jesus has made Arsenal better.
I know, but you bought him as a goal scorer.
Yeah, but no, but I don't think he bought him solely just to score 15 to 20 goals. Because if you look at last season...
not solely.
But when you look at him last season and the games he played, look at the impact. And I think Liverpool were probably the best at it. Firmino, centre-forward, dropped in. Look at Salah and Mane, incredible. You look at now Martinelli and Saka last season, the amount of goals they got, because whether it be Jesus in that number 9 or Nketiah, they got their goals.
I know, but the reason that you would go after Ivan Toney and potentially spend £100 million is because your centre forward's not scoring enough goals.
Yeah, but it's not all about, right, if he doesn't score this many goals, we'll get someone else in.
Why would you spend £100 million on Ivan Toney?
Because Arteta just believes that he could be the missing link. Maybe we are missing a few goals.
Is David Raya part of that missing link?
Well, I preferred Ramsdale, but
Kai Havertz part of that missing link.
I mean, that one there, I still don't understand. But so a lot of his signings have worked. And Gabriel Jesus, no Arsenal fan would go, it's been a bad signing.
Zinchenko worked?
Yeah, he's been good. He was good last year.
This season?
Okay, but it's in his second season.
Okay.
But I think Timber would have played a lot more.
Yeah, that's impossible to know.
But it's one of them where, if you're Aaron Ramsdale and you look at the Premier League table, there are a lot of clubs, by the way, that he could go to and play. And it's a shame because...
Chelsea?
I think he's better. I think he can play there.
Newcastle?
Yep, Pope, I think he's better than Pope.
West Ham, Brentford?
Yep.
I think that's it. He wouldn't get into Tottenham's number 1.
No,
now, would
because
he?
their goalkeeper is different class.
Yeah.
Vicario, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been fantastic this season.
He's not going to Manchester City. He's not going to Liverpool.
No.
But they've got the best too.
All right, well, listen, we'll start the show by asking the question about Mikel Arteta and his signing. So, are there any question marks surrounding possibly those 3? Right? Jesus, I think he's been brought in to score goals. By the way, I don't know if you know this, Benny. Whilst he was away on international duty recently, he spoke about his issues in front of goal and told the Brazilian media, I'm quoting here word for word, I believe it's not my strong point, but I do score goals and I know that I am there to score goals.
Yeah,
so number 9 has admitted his strong point is not scoring goals.
Yeah, but
that worry?
No, because a lot of centre-forwards nowadays don't score that many goals.
I know, but imagine a goalkeeper going, I know I meant to catch the ball, it's not my strong point.
A lot of goalkeepers probably would say that because they're better with their feet. Because the game's changed.
Are you happy? Another player coming in, £30 million, 27, give or take.
Trust the process.
Yeah, you trust it?
Yeah.
Okay. Bentley, trust the process of Mikel Arteta. Arsenal fans, do you? 0371 722 3344. Do you need David Raya? Go on then, Nick. You're an Arsenal fan. We're talking about not just the fact that Aaron Ramsdale is, of course, now without doubt your number 2. You bought David Raya in, 27, £30 million. A couple of other signings I highlighted earlier on that haven't quite worked yet.
Yeah, last year, whilst he never made any serious clangers, Ramsdale, I thought he was one of our weaker players. Now, I know a lot of Arsenal fans won't agree with me with this, but I don't know. I'm in a group with quite a few, like WhatsApp group when you watch football, and whenever someone makes either a mistake or doesn't do so well, we used to put their name down in a little kind of emoji of eyeballs, and Ramsdale's got quite a few from last season. I just think there's a few goals that I think a better keeper would have saved. But the thing is, for me, is Raya that better keeper? Not quite sure that's the case. I do agree with a lot of people, like what Neil Warnock was saying. I don't think he's the one. If we were getting Alisson or Edson, of course, someone like that. But I just think he was weaker. Him and Gabriel, for me, last year, I think were our weaker players.
I thought both of them were outstanding, especially Gabriel. That partnership with Saliba, maybe that's when it started to kind of change when Saliba got injured. I thought as a pair, they were brilliant. Yeah.
I think Gabriel gets shown up a little bit when Saliba's not there. Personally, like the other day when was it the cup game? Was it West Ham? And we had no Saliba and Ramsdale was at the back. Everything looked really nervy, and I'm not sure whether it was Gabriel or it was Ramsdale or both of them. But or Saliba not being there, but we just look a little bit nervy.
Nick, let me ask Nick. You know when you said about nerves, and I get that, but do you think Arteta's caused that problem with this whole goalkeeper situation?
But this is it. What I was going to say is maybe he's made him nervier, and understandably so. Goalkeeper needs confidence, and he's not got the confidence of the thing. Or maybe last season, there's a few games towards the end he didn't get us over the line. It's not just him. Obviously, other players are at fault as well. But maybe he thinks this guy can get us over the line. I don't know.
Okay, Nick, thanks for your call. Let's go to Gladstone. Hi, Gladstone. How are you?
Hi, guys. You all right?
Yeah. Do you think Scholes is going to reply to my DM?
No.
Okay, I'm glad you've just come up with that answer. Thanks. Have a great day, pal.
No, what is that?
Why will he not reply? Because it's me, or he just doesn't do that sort of thing?
No, he just skulls in here. He's like a hermit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like a hermit.
And you're laughing. You definitely come back to you now. You're laughing at that.
I didn't laugh at it.
Yeah, I heard you laugh.
I just saw something funny on the telly, as Gladstone said, hermit. Go on there, Gladstone. You're an Arsenal fan. What you got to say?
Yeah, I think, Ramsdale's got to stay, and he will stay. Because
why?
At the end of the
Why
day,
will he stay?
No, you need a squad, not just a starting 11.
He won't stay.
Like Spurs right now. They're struggling because of injuries to certain key players. And last season, Arsenal had the same issue whereby when Saliba went out of the team, we were scrambling around. When Thomas Partey wasn't there, we were very worried every time Partey went down with anything. You need to have a strong squad, not just 11 really.
I know, but
players.
I just can't see Aaron Ramsdale, who's bought in to be your number 1, playing second fiddle. I just can't see that in a million years. He's too good to be a number 2 Arsenal.
Yeah, but he's played second fiddle before,
Yeah, but when he moved to Arsenal, he became the number 1, right?
Yeah, he eventually became the number 1, And sometimes it takes an injury for a person to regain their place in the team. And that's exactly what might have to happen. Like last season, I'll never forget the Southampton game. That kick out from the back that he gave straight to an attacking player. It's things like that.
Yeah, but that was one bad mistake. But thanks for your call. But David Raya's made mistakes.
Exactly, and for that one, Southampton, that's the one people talk about.
Yeah.
People forget about the Liverpool game where he made saves.
The unbelievable save.
Unbelievable saves. But, I mean, you mentioned them three signers, Havertz, who's the other three? You said Gabriel Jesus and David Raya.
Yeah.
But for them three, you've got Ben White, who has worked, been brilliant.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting he
No, but you're
doesn't
saying-
make good signings.
No, yeah.
I'm questioning those three.
Okay, but you can't, them three, but he's made 7 or 8.
How much is Ben White? 50?
50, very good.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, I agree. But hold on.
Odegaard.
Hold on. Ben White, he bought as a centre half. He's now playing full back.
Okay, but still, is he playing really well?
I'm just saying, the money you spent, he was a centre half, right?
Okay,
You're not playing
No,
him
but
there.
he bought him as a good football player, right?
I don't think he did, but go on.
Odegaard.
Last season, brilliant. This season, not turned up
But
yet.
you'd say he's value for money. We paid 35 million euros for him.
Yeah, I would say he's value for money. You're right.
Tommy Asu's worked. Came in, done really,
Right.
really well.
Of the ones I've mentioned haven't worked,
No, Gabriel Jesus has worked.
it's worked.
Yeah.
So you bought him in to score goals, and he's
Yeah, has
He's
worked.
worked.
Because he's not been brought in solely just to score.
Even by his own accounts, he doesn't score goals.
Yeah, but he's a good player. He's helped
I
Arsenal.
don't dispute that, but he's not been brought in to be a good player.
Yeah, but I don't think he was brought in just to solely score goals. I think he was brought in to make everyone else better as well.
Okay.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.